face facts for a minute. You don't mind if I talk turkey?
No, by all means, turkey.
You are not the ideal candidate for the women. You do know that, I suppose.
Well, what women do you have in mind?
The women don't like you trying to be funny all the time.
Ah, sorry. Well, Abraham Lincoln was a bit of a humorist.
Yeah, well, the women weren't voting in 1860.
Quit right now.
Quit? Certainly not. I like circuses. Besides, I'm good for you. Isn't that what Dr. Artinian said after your breakdown? You are the link, he said, between father and sons, between William Russell and the world.
Dr. Artinian was right.
But I wonder what I would have done that summer at Watch Hill when we first met at the club. If someone had said to me, you know, that handsome young man you've just fallen in love with will always need you as a link. I think if I had known then what I know now, I would have slashed my wrists in front of the buffet table and beautifully bled to death between the chicken salad and the lobster Newburn.
That's a leading question.
Well, I am proposing myself as a leader.
Okay, I'll follow. Joe Cantwell is nothing but ambition. Just plain naked ambition.
And to get elected, he will lie.
Yep.
He will cheat.
Yep.
He'll destroy the reputations of others.
Yep.
Good. So I assume you're endorsing me for the nomination.
Hell no. Just because he's a bastard don't mean he wouldn't make a good candidate or even a good president.
Joe Cantwell, you're not serious.
He's got a real sense of how to operate.
Oh, operate? No. Accommodate. If the people are conservative.
He'd be conservative.
If they're radical.
He'd be radical. Oh, I tell you, son, he's a kind of a ring-tail wonder.
Tax reform? I favor tax reform. I think by cutting down government spending, we can eventually eliminate the personal income tax entirely. On Cuba, we've got to get tough. That is what they really understand. And we got to get more military hardware, because when it comes to defense, we're going to get sold down the river by the so-called liberals in our party.
So you feel we can increase military spending while eliminating the income tax?
And I think it's a pretty swell thing. That someone like me from a poor family to be here today speaking for the real people of this country, I guess I'm pretty proud. No matter what happens this week, pretty proud to be an American.
I think it took the courage of a lion to be in favor of people using these contraceptive things when you're in public life. Of course, I guess you didn't know then that your husband would be running for president one day, and when you do that, you just can't afford to offend a lot of nice people who vote.
Yes, I realize that. We must offend no one. Of course, if you offend no one, you also don't please anyone very much either, do you? But I suppose that's an occupational hazard of politics. We are all interchangeably inoffensive.
Well, now.
If you ever say one word about this to anybody, I will have you up for libel. Criminal libel! Look here, Joe, you threaten me. I will involve you personally in that whole mess at ADAC, and by the time I'm finished with you... Don't you bully me, Joe, don't you try to... I'll make you wish you'd never been born!
Hey, 1 second, do you David, please?
Hold on a second, now sure was swell to see you, Shelley. Next time you drop by, you bring the wife, you bring Peggy. Mabel and I'd love to meet her. Love to see you both in Washington. How's that?
Hold it.
One more.
All right.
Hey,